Welcome to Personal Mastery Training. I'm your host, Alvin Brown, former world-class athlete turned entrepreneur and consultant. Join us as we learn from guests who have conquered their inner battles and share their journeys to success. Get ready for inspirational masterclasses and thought-provoking strategy sessions to fuel your path to personal mastery. Let's dive in. The trend is your friend. What trading stocks taught me about getting to mastery. All right, let me take you back 20 odd years ago, 23 years ago, 2000. I can remember this because I was just starting out my career. I had 3 kids at that time. I have 4. 3 kids, the sole bread earner in my home. And I realized that my profession, a manual, there was no internet yet, there was anything. So I was where you had to show up for me to get paid. And I realized that was as good as I was at my job. I realized it was a liability. It was a liability. I had to be here. No one was sending me a check. No one was going to send me a check in the mail or put money in my bank account. I had to be there to deliver the service. So what ifs? What if something happened to me and I couldn't deliver what I do? As good as I may be at doing it, I had to still physically do it. What if I got hurt? What if anything, a myriad of things, car accident, you name it, a virus, anything that took me out for a while, I wasn't getting paid. My family was jeopardized. So I thought, what am I going to do? So I started looking around, looking at various models where it was passive income and I could earn. And one of them was trading stocks. And so, like I do with most things, I dove in and I started to learn about stocks. It was a great program. And they had a quote there that they often said. They had many that was pretty cool. But the one quote that stuck in my head was, the trend is your friend. That means you want to, when you trade, don't attempt to go against the stream. If the stream's going up, trade up. If it's going down, trade down. Puts, calls, all those kind of things. So if you understand stocks, you know what I'm saying? You go with the trend. Too many times we have risk takers who, if it's going down, they think it's a good opportunity. Well, if the trend of the entire industry is going down, don't go against the stream unless you really know how to play that market. You have a whole lot of time and information, but go with the trend. Let's make it easy. The trend is your friend. So what that means is we'd be going back and we'd be looking at the 20-year trend or the 5-year trend or the year. Look at the industry. The trend is your friend. So what does it teach me about mastery? All right. So lately I've been talking to a lot of people who lack patience in the journey. And when we're talking about mastery, think about that word. Mastery is this idea that I'm going to put in my 10,000 hours, whatever time it takes to get to mastery. I'm going to put it in, because it's not about the journey. It's not about the getting there. Okay. It's not about the first place. It's not about the money. It's not about any of that. Here's what it's about. The process of getting there. What you're becoming is so much more important than the thing you get, because the thing you get doesn't last very long. The feeling it goes really quickly. I've met people who, one of my clients rolled off his Lambo, arrived at his home, it rolled it off the truck. He had his orientation, beautiful looking Lambo, worked hard for it. Finally, just got it. You know how long it lasted? A few months. And it was gone. But you see, what he didn't realize, imagine how it was when he first made the goal. And then the years that he got up every morning with a desire and a passion, his vision in his mind to get this Lambo. And he worked hard, he hustled. It drove him. Then when he got it, he lost the drive. How many people have gotten married when they all they could dream about was that partner, and now they look at them and it's flat. How about the big home? Yeah, you look at the home, it's just walls now, and you lose the zest. See, don't rush. Enjoy this journey. But how do you do that as humans? Humans, we want it now. We want instant gratification. We want that body. We want that relationship, and we're rushing it. And next, you're in and out of relationships because you just want the prize and not realizing it's the journey. I love, I love the grind, but how do you get that? How do you persevere in the fitness and bodybuilding industry? You want that first place. You want the IFBB Pro card. You want the Olympia status. You want all of these things. I have spoken with and I've been around some of the best at the pinnacle, and they'll tell you it was a journey that was the most fun. I've met many IFBB International Federation of Bodybuilding, IFBB. I've met many IFBB pros who are working as a personal trainer who they've lost the light, right? They've given up. So they realize that in the arena was the best time. But how do you gain that? So let's go back. The trend is my friend. All right. So here's what I want you to do. Think about a stock market, okay? And when you look at a chart on a daily basis, because you can get the charts narrowed down to daily. You can see it on a daily, you can see it weekly, you can see it monthly, you can see it 3 months, 6 months, whatever it is. Okay. So when you look at a chart on say a 5-year chart, and you can click this on anything, go on any stock trading and take any stock and look at it on a 5-year chart. What you'll see is a trend, up or down, a long-term trend. They've taken days and narrowed it down to a line, condensed it into a line, and the line will either be going up or going down. Okay. Now you click 1 year and you start to see a shorter trend, and the line changes a little bit. Maybe it's on a straight, but it's up and down, up and down. But generally it's still going up or down. And now you take it on a daily or a weekly, go weekly, and you'll see within the week it's choppy as hell, and it looks like horrible. And you might even take a segment of that year that's down, and that's the worst time. It looks red, and usually have red and black, and it's all reds, and it's just horrible when you look at in a week. You're jumping out of the stock. You're saying, I'm out of here. Or it might be greens. It might be, who knows what it is. But if you start narrowing it down to the smallest time, you see it's crazy. However, here's the thing. Where's the trend? Where's the trend? And here's where I'm going. Let me bring it around. When you look at your life on a daily, weekly, month, a year, you might have a quote unquote horrible year, which I don't buy into, but because we tend to just focus on what's not right. But anyways, if you have a horrible year and you feel like life isn't going where you want it to go, what I want you to do, or you're on a path, you're on a journey towards your blank goal, and you just don't feel like it's going well because we get myopic. We start focusing on the daily. You have a bad day, bad week, bad month, and you start to get lost, disillusioned, off course. Well, go back and look at the trend. Okay. What is your trend from 5 years ago? What were you like? If you're in the fitness industry and you are aiming for that top prize, the IFBB card and get into the Olympia, but you had a bad season, a bad year. But what is your trend? Where did you start? And where are you now? If you're in your business, what's your trend? You may not be having a great year financially or whatever, but where did you start? Where are you now? Sometimes even I get caught up in the daily or the monthly or the year. But I got to remember, I've been running my business. I've been in this industry for 30, but I've been running my business for 17. But my trend is up. But daily, I get lost sometimes thinking about the month, the week. But when I step back and look, it's an upward trend. The trend is my friend. You see where I'm going? So in your life right now, to bring it in your life, What's the trend? Where did you start? You might be having a bad month, bad prep, bad time, bad moment. Don't get fooled by the moment. The trend. Where's the trend? Where did you start? Did you start at nothing and now you have something? Did you win one year? You had a great year, but overall, what did you learn? And how did you grow? How's your entire journey? Look at the trend. Go back. This is why I believe in journaling. Now, if you've never journaled before, even take a note anywhere or go back, look at your wins, your awards, where you started. You didn't know this thing. Now you know. Now you've moved from knowing nothing, didn't even know it existed, to now you're here and you're learning and you're growing every single day. So I hope that makes sense. That don't get stuck. Because if you're trading a stock and you're stuck in the weekly or the monthly, you're going to jump out. And some of the best in the world, billionaire traders, know that the trend is my friend and patience is all I need. It's just to ride the trend. Stay. If I'm looking for it to go up, then I'm locked in long term. Long term traders usually do well if they're following that advice. Short term, in and out, jumping out, paying fees. That often, unless you're a really great day trader, then good for you. But that's a full-time thing. But if you want to last the course, remember the trend is your friend. So wherever you are now, stop looking at today. If you are disillusioned or getting thrown off or impatient, stop looking at what's happening today. If it's a good day, actually look at it if it's a good day. But if you're that type who are feeling like, oh, I'm not that, you're beating yourself up, then go back and look at the trend. Where did you start? Remember, you didn't even know anything about the industry. You didn't know anything about this or that. You're unconscious and incompetent. Now you are moving into flow. You're getting the idea. You learned a lot, a ton. You learned a ton to get you where you are today and who you are today. Who did you become? The trend is your friend. Or is it an uptrend? Then hang on to it. If it's a downtrend, there's the other thing it teaches you. If I go back and look at my trend and it's a downtrend and I'm losing money, losing time, this is not working for me, then get out. Maybe it's time to find a new path. But at least you know, instead of beating your head against that rock, the definition of insanity, doing something, getting the same results, and keep doing the same thing but expecting a different result. Maybe it's time. But however, if you want patience to last the course, then look at the trend. All right, I think I've made the point. You get the idea. Grab your journal. Please grab your journal. Journal on where you started 5 years ago, 2 years ago, a year ago, and where are you now? And today might not feel great, but the trend, where's it going? Check it out. All right. If you know someone who is struggling right now, but you're looking at them going, man, have you seen where you've come? Have you seen how you've gotten through, who you've become through this process? Then they don't see it. If you know that person needs to hear this, share this. I hope you've liked and subscribed, but share this. Maybe they may need it. Not from your voice, but from mine. Maybe, sometimes when you're close to them, they don't hear the same thing you're telling them. So, all right, I'm out. I've gotten this point across. The trend is your friend. And until next time, you know why I do this, because I want you to be relentless. I know I'm relentless about my pursuit for personal mastery, controlling the 3-pound mass between my brain. Until next time, peace and love.